We all know Hall, right? It won the High Difficulty Gameplay Award in Level of the Year 2025. It was the hardest Adofai level ever cleared for about a year. The level shines through its innovative gimmick of this health bar that kills you if you get too many judgments. And now let's introduce Snore Snore Snore. This is a 9-minute song, Nephrolepis, charted about 4 years ago and Jipper cleared 3 years ago. It consists of 7 parts: moon, fire, water, wood, metal, earth, and sun, whereas earth is a bit... And now imagine combining this chart with Hall's health bar gimmick. And you know what comes out? Today's chart! And with that, hello everyone, welcome to another video. So this is a new version of the chart, you know, basically having similar charting here and there with 2 really new additions. One is the completely revamped wood part, and the other one obviously is the health bar. And the health bar is really brutal throughout the level. In the moon and fire part, you can only get up to 6 yellow judgments. If you get 1 single orange judgment, you die. In the water part, we're on 25% timing window scale, and you can only get 1 single judgment. Get a second one and you're dead. The wood part is harder gameplay wise, however the health bar is a bit more lenient. You can technically only get 1 or 2 judgments before you die, however it restores 2% of the health bar for every perfect, so as long as you don't get many judgments at the same time, you're gonna be fine. The metal part is relatively calm. The only annoying thing is that for some reason you lose 0.1% of the health bar every time you hit a perfect. The earth part is by far the most lenient part, at least health bar wise, taking about 15 to 20 judgments to die. And lastly, the sun part is okay health bar wise, taking about 6 to 9 judgments to die. But of course that's only the health gimmick we're looking at here, so let's actually rank the parts individually by their difficulty. So the easiest part is the fire part. It has relatively easy judgment. It's not really that hard. The only time I've died there is to lag. Number 6 is the metal part. It's not difficult at all gameplay wise. It's just annoying that it subtracts health. Like, it doesn't even matter what judgment you get. Even if you hit perfect, you lose 0% of the health bar, but it's not the world, to be honest. Number 5 is the water part. So this is an extremely slow part and really easy gameplay wise. However, it got buffed through the 25% timing window scale, making it require extreme precision. Number 4 is the moon part, which is actually pretty difficult, if you look at the gameplay, which is pretty techy, and then pair that up with the health gimmick, where you can't even get an orange judgment, and boom, that is already pretty difficult. Number 3 is actually the earth part, so it's not as hard as it seems, it's just terrible to learn. Because of the health gimmick, you're forced to learn it extremely accurately, which, poses a great challenge. So number 2 is the wood part, which is, as I said, gameplay wise really difficult. Look at that, there's like these 9-12 zips, and just to remind you all that you can't get many judgments at the same time or you'll die, so they were actually pretty hard. Number 1 is undoubtedly the sun part. It shines through its techy charting, being basically impossible to pass paired with the judgment restrictions. Additionally, it sets down the health to a certain percentage throughout the part multiple times. First it gets set to 66%, then to 33%, and then at the very end to 11%, which is basically forcing you to do the last 10% of the level pretty much perfectly. Whereas also the last section of the sun part has these weird ass techie beats. Just listen to this. So yeah, visibly the level is basically 9 minutes of hell. However, we wouldn't be having this beautiful video if I didn't conquer it, of course. So I started streaming the level in May, only getting, fairly deep into the wood part once. Then in the next stream, I got 66%, dying to the transition, in the earth part. Yeah. And right after that, in the next stream, I got a new phenomenal PB of 82%. A basically groundbreaking PB that died to the horrible charting of the sun part. Then after that, I didn't really stream anymore, you know, I was getting lags from my PC. I was busy with school too, so I'd mostly either play offline or not at all. But all in all, nothing really groundbreaking happened. But then after about 10 days, I went live again and actually got 86%, which then made me lock in completely with the level again. So I'd actually continue grinding off stream again because, you know, lag and all that, until this happened.
Hell nah, bro.
Nah,
Hell nah, bro. Dumbass ending.
You know, shit like that happened, so I called it a night and continued the next day. Before I go on with the grind though, I want to politely ask you to please subscribe to this channel. I want to get 3,000 subscribers until my birthday, 18th of August. So if you want to help me reach that goal, then please subscribe, as it helps me out a lot. Now, as I continued grinding throughout the day, this run happened. So yeah, this was certainly a challenge, right? It's not rated yet, so I didn't include anything about the rating in this video. From what the raters are saying though, it looks like it's gonna get U15, so wow, I guess I got a U15 clear. So yeah, this was unfathomably hard, but you know, if you wanna see me perfect a terribly tacky U11, you can watch that right here.